I'll go and have a look, maybe have a dig and...
Double dip, yeah, double dip at some point here. We'll keep it going, you know, we'll build up.
Get it looking real fashionable, you know, real office-like, real serious business. But yeah, I thought I was having a look at what was going down here, and I thought maybe Nuke would be that third map, but looks like they've gone for Mirage instead, and HOTU like to play there. But we know historically NAVI do as well, so this is going to be a fun one. You know, Ancient definitely favoring HOTU by the numbers. Train, an interesting affair because NAVI haven't lost that in the last 3 months, so it's going to be difficult, but still an achievable one for HOTU, which are definitely still the underdogs on paper. But if they bring that style of Counter-Strike, this explosive, you know, tier 2 stuff with Norbert coming in to just give them that extra experience and extra firepower, then NAVI could definitely be in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's kind of the underlined point on this one. It's not going to get any easier. So hopefully, as a neutral third party, we get some banging CS out of it. A lot of potential for some pop-off here. Last minute high fives coming in, support from the coaches as everyone is locking themselves into the matchup. Here you go, elimination alert on the line, and that is what you're contending with. If you want to fight for a chance to make it out. It begins with this matchup. NAVI HOTU head-to-head, pistol round coming in. Norbert running out mid-side, looking to see if he can create some carnage. Makazi inside a donut as well. Pin primed on the smoke in case he needs to block it off, but they're pushing up through Red Mac. A lot of control here.
Pug Classic. Straight through the red smoke and looking to filter their way into CT, straight through the crossfire, but still needing to find Alexi B over towards Temple. Makazi locking onto sight perfectly with that pincer in. Look at that. Head on a swivel, swicking around, and now it's up to Mizu to close, but there's too many men just filtering in from that B rotation. And the first round will be Navi's. An explosive choice to kick off the series. Early approach straight down the middle of the map, but Navi, they've seen that before and react accordingly. Elbow smoke invested, and as you can see, HOTU, they're going to be very quickly making their way towards the B site. Let's see if Alexi B and Bits are ready. Bit with the Famous at hand, just going on a timing, the flash effective to set them up for the crossfire. And HOTU getting knocked to their knees at the top of the ramp.
Easy pickings on that one. Smart.
Round's a good round, Jackie.
Yeah, bro. Obviously a bit of an eco bash on that one. Get through it with some money made on the SMGs, so not too bad whatsoever.
Let's see what the answer is. The force buy obviously not going as HOTU would have liked. Just these couple of deagles to get any damage done to Navi's economy. That's a good way to crack it. Norbert. Ooh, sees another name. That is take a ball over towards the top of ramp, but the two men facing is too much. HOTU just forced back. And Kato, in the meanwhile, looking for some damage towards A instead. Wonderful hearing the footsteps from Duke Fishura, who's created a lot of free real estate. Just tucked on the backside of a new box. Holding the offline and hoping someone falls to his trap. But wonderful. Good discipline just to wait for the rotation in. Incendiary forcing Duke Fishura to go for the fight. And in the meanwhile, it is just easy pickings, Jackie. HOTU not going to be finding too much this round.
No, not at all. Maybe Mizu? Nah. Ooh. Norbert at least gets one with a fadeaway then on the dig, but like you say, should overall be a bit of a calm end to the story. Frontales was having a look in just in case, but backup was always there, so no chance for that one then with the DK. Navi looking hot to the trot on Ancient so far to kick us off here.
gun round. Let's see if the smell of success can be followed for HOTU. 1 for 1 to kick us off, but that's big info. Over towards B lane. That one's been taken fully by NAVI, and they will cheat on the rotations. Alexi B trying to get to the vicinity just in time. Wonderful, hitting a nasty flick. And able to thin the numbers of HOTU, who are very invested in the A site now. But they do have time to cancel. They do have time to send themselves elsewhere, as they don't seem to be aware of Frontala's position here, who is boosted up on the plat. Missed a chance to catch Alexi, making his way to Donut, but Mizu locked in to take the head straight off a bit.
Ooh. Emma with a reply back onto Duke. Frontales. Ooh, takes the digits clean off though. That's a beautiful shot from the AK. Emma out cold, but wonderful, running straight in through the smoke. Mizu will hit the deck with it. And now it's just Alexi B spamming back through the smoke. A couple tags, but no real stock in it. God, twist and turns on this one, Mac.
We'll see if Alexi keeps on twisting that knife, though. If he wins this, HOTU will take a huge smack to the confidence, and he opts against it. Had a look. But as we might see, does he just go for the AK instead? Is it exits that he's after? Will he be able to take Mizu out of the round, as well as Frontales, who could just save in main with the AWP in hand? Oh, but Alexi won't play for that. No one walking into the exit frag territory. And there you have it, HOTU getting their first on the board. All it took was a couple of guns.
Yeah. Bit of firepower invested into it. Couple quick shots. And it works out on the round. Early utility dashed out mid-side as well. Makazi taking a bit of a hit from it. That's 75. Grouped up for a quick play off this as well. Nades being primed, stereo smoke set up, block off both the lines of sight. You can push out, bomb on rotation, back through T-spawn as well. Link up with Norbert for the ramp hit. So you can have a B split on this one. Tons of time on the clock. It's wonderful on the backside. Scoped up with the AWP.
Oh, looking to take it straight to HOTU, but he's going to be tucked in on the back of sight in a rough fight to take. But fortunately, he has that reinforcement in bit right here, Frontales. Just going straight through the legs on that shot. Oh, and the contact in. Solid from Duke Fashura, head-to-head with the opposing IGL. And Alexi down means he can provide some help from afar from the tomb. As Emma 2 is going to be taken out. Bogdan's Law coming in as Duke Fashura shows his AWPing prowess. And in the 3v3, now with the lurk at mid, we'll see where we end up. Bomb going to start to make its way back over towards A, Jackie. And Frontal is in a solid position to lurk straight through the guts. He's going to have to activate. If he finds this pick on a Makazi right now, then the A site is open for business.
Tense round, Mac. Ooh, Frontales as well. Opting to smoke it and play close on the angle bit. Takes the peek, hits the shot. And suddenly it's down to Mizu in a 1v2. Retake on a rotate back from CT. Wonderful, takes the raw face, scopes up, bit in the back line. It's good control. Mizu turns it into the 1v1. Oh, flick to the head as well, and Bit bites the bullet. He pops off. Wow. Tons of impact from the entire team there as well. Heads up from Duke Fashura and the cave control, man. The Bogdan play into the AWP, gets that second pick. That was impact.
Not bloody bad out of HOTU to bring that one back. They were 3v4, and then Mizu in the 1v2. Lovely way to split them up and get it done with minimal bullets left in the magazine. And now you see the financial swing that has come through from that win. NAVI right down with 3 towards mid initially. They're looking for damage, and Duke for sure is going to be copping one of those US people that's straight through the smoke. So they'll respect it. Give up the map control. Just look for damage with the wall bangs instead. Definitely a much safer option. And NAVI just with the 3-1-1 split. One towards A, one towards mid, and a heavier approach towards that B site. But with Alexi playing deep, he's able to rotate at a moment's notice. He'll pick up mid instead, tell Imma to reinforce the B site. They're kind of just going to set up a trap play here in window. Imma wants to take contact to set up Alexi and draw attention away from him. If anyone walks this direction, though, because they're going to Donut instead, where Wonderful had good crosshair placement for the first. Alexi able to snatch one more away before he's gone. Hang on. These digs, Jackie, they got some spice on them.
Oh, yeah. Hitting him heavy right now. Oh, the hand cannon swings back in, but it's not enough to take them down. And Makazi's left in a bit of a rough spot here. The Julie's flanking up the backside, but Frontales reads it right, flicks, and delivers. So a moment of greatness with the Deagles there, but not enough to get them through.
Long-term flow-on effects, of course, is that they did take a fair few rifles away with minimal investment. So it keeps the economy honest here for HOTU. This round being in a situation where we could see it swing back into NAVI's favor. So a very important round for the CTs to lock in if they want to keep the lead and make this half a little easier for themselves. Mate, we're getting into the pressure bright and early here on Tuesday. Sun's still up, you know.
It's true, it's true. Everyone's dialed in.
Kick off the day. And we got windows here in the office at least, so, you know, we can see how nice it is outside.
It is nice and bright out there. It looks like a lovely day outside, I imagine, by the safari sort of area, but, you know, we're here, we're in the HR office. We were called in and we were told to stay here, so we will. Wonderful, though. He wants to stay on the bomb site and hold anyone back from getting entries, but these are quick moves made with the AKs. That's Big Mac, lots of space to play off. Imma trying to turn the round around, and it's good for two. That's a nice response back with the upgrade onto the AK. Flashed out by his teammate. Ooh, Imma! For a minute there, he was him. Put a H on his name as he's going crazy. And it takes us down to the 2v2 where Bit battles back onto Duke, and it's all up to Norbert to hold the site now.
In the power position here at New Box. Just jiggling both sides, now not too worried about a late approach over from the Temple side. Isolated fight with Bit, but this time he hits that little bit harder. And NAVI, they will crack the economy of HOTU somewhat, as well as have plenty of seconds to get that defuse off. 4-3, NAVI staying in pole position.
Yeah, lovely round there. Great peaks. Crosshair placements on point as well. Absolutely battered them.
Nice! Battered. Flipped into the deep fryer. Ready for lunch. See how crispy they get, though. Or if they can work their way out of the batter. But that's not a good way for the deep-fried HOTU to start. It's going to be up ramp, straight into Bit, who doesn't need his vision to hit those shots. And Alexi with the follow-on. Easy anti-eco in the end. And they'll warrant themselves another 2-round lead. Still with the chance to have a phenomenal half if they can get past this next gun round from HOTU.
Yeah, just keep climbing here, really. They want to be the ones coming in and setting the pace of the game on Ancient versus HOTU and keeping them honest. It's train where they can spread their legs a little bit. For now, though, it's been very pretty from NAVI. Quicker hit coming at you fast, though. Bit in the back line. Quick spray. Ooh, can't repel them, and it's not looking too good on the sight hold. Crumble, but Immer again with the crack shot aim, finds the head of Norbert and tries to drill away back into the bomb site. Oh, runs it up close, but the gut shot does not deliver. Kadeo getting sick though, and suddenly it's all slipped away again, so just Wonderful forced into the save, Mac.
Yeah, heads up from Kato, not only with the entries, but also to expect that instant pop straight through the smoke. Navi trying to show him some aggression straight back. It was a very swift one. Straight up ramp, straight into the B site. And Navi tried to fight fire with fire, but this time, they're the ones getting burnt. And Wonderful just hoping he can keep his mitts on this key piece of their success towards the A site, the AWP. Looks like he should be right. Harosh indeed. HOTU. They've had a solid run so far here at ESL Pro League. They've gone deeper than many a person would have predicted. Some not even expecting them to make it through stage 1, but they did that easily. 3-0. And they're showing us today that they deserve to be here. Keeping it close so far with Navi straight towards the mid area. The reactive utility from Immer. Just setting up an easy pick for Makazi. As he will forfeit the mid control just to make his way back to Donut and try to cut it in half to get info across to Red instead. But in the meanwhile, Wonderful having a look. Going to be able to cook. And Norbert pulls out util, not expecting a third man. Why would there ever be a third man swinging on ramp? That's crazy. That's Navi.
Oh dear. And that crazy maneuver might just be the catalyst for the downfall in this round. Mizu's the only one left. 1 versus 3. Walks his way up through Red Room. Wonderful lurking out backside. Pre-scoped up. Ooh, could be a bit of barrel on show depending on the peak. He's trying to just jiggle on it, get contact on this, see if he can read. Knows where Wonderful is now. Pre-fire on the face. Does he know back close CT? Not ready. And that's the tripwire to shut you down. So Navi getting it in the end there.
And that'll warrant a chat from Mount. Tactical, the HOTU, just to try to work out what is and isn't working for them. Definitely having their moments. And their economy is all over the place. But good enough to get these couple of rifles in. You can see Frontalers just opting for some extra utility. Sacrificing the one-shot potential, going back to the Galil instead. Helmets for the most part for Navi. And a chance for them to secure 8 here in the first half of Ancient. Where do we go off the back of the tactical? Looking like speed towards that B side of things is going to be the answer. Not towards Cave, though. It's just straight up the ramp. Norbert, a chunk of change with the lurk smoke. Able to make his way so far to sight. Smoke as well to try and block, but they hear that body impact, and now it might just be like shooting fish in a barrel. Rotation from all the Navi individuals, flashing forward, looking explosive, but they won't be able to control the back of sight. And that bomb yet to be planted. Norbert hoping he can find something as Frontalers finishes what he started on a Makazi. And now we're down to the 2v2. Late activation from Mizu needs to be the difference maker, but that's going to be the bomb on the ground at ramp. Yet another aggressive approach from HOTU gets denied for the moment.
Is there any chance then? Can this man turn it all around? Mizu with a mission ahead of him. Just under 55 seconds on the clock now. Single flashbang in the back pocket. AK in the hands. Mizu looking to try and carve a path back round towards the bomb and isolate these duels versus Bit and Wonderful. He's peeking out onto it, ready for the fight. Finds Wonderful. Oh, nearly. Close on the adjustment, but could not get the second. Navi do lock it down in the head-to-head and keep things going right now on Ancient.
Yeah, not this time for Mizu. History not repeating itself.
Damn.
Ooh. See that, though? Inner circle would have gone straight for the mouse.
Yeah, that was
Mizu,
tempered.
Slightly to the side. Just he knew he didn't want to make that same mistake. So, great accuracy being displayed with the fist slamming selection that we have been brought to the table this morning. But do they expect a smoke push towards Donut of all things? Attention being drawn here, and it's all about the timing of the activation here on Donut. But Imber, in the meanwhile, just going to be able to cut these pistols right on down. Makazi not even needed to deal with the Donut member, and it's going to be Norbert trying to tap away, but the Tech-9 leaves something to be desired, and that's going to be a few rounds in the lead. Navi 8-4 as we head into the half. An insane first half coming through from Navi, able to adapt and deliver an 8-round CT side. HOTU kept them guessing multiple times, but a few little clutches coming through the cracks for Navi. Just keep them keeping on. We'll see if they can keep on keeping on yet again. It could be a fast one over towards 8. Just contacting and waiting for the CTs to make that first move. And while we wait for the crab walk to ensue here, Jackie, DHL mailbag at efg.gg. Please submit all of your complaints to HR. We will be taking them all seriously today. Complaints about anything. Any little qualms, problems, issues that you're having with the broadcast, with the pistol rounds, with the casters not talking about the game or talking about the game too much. All of these issues can be fixed throughout the day. But right now, Jackie, all I want to hear about is this 1v3 the Bit wins.
Yeah, let's see how he does it, right? Obviously, this is the 1v3 highlight that's going to be set up here in round 13. This is a big moment for NAVI inside of this game. So let's stick with it. About 60 seconds on the clock now. Bit will start to realize this 1v3 is winnable for him and look to build into the play. We get this nice cinematic shot that establishes how he's going to win it, the journey he's got to go on inside of this round, obviously killing not only one, but then a second, then a third, and planting the bomb now. He starts to push his way out, though, Mac. This is where it gets real. Obviously, a bit of damage there, a bit of damage here. He's trying to bait him in to do what Bit does best and win the round off the back of it. Sprints up close to CT. That's the first one. Looks for the second. There it is. I told you it's a good clutch. All in the 1v1 now versus Duke, and he's just got to shut it down. 20 seconds on the round. Oh, the taps. Come on, Bit. Brings it home and gets that 1v3 highlight we told you was going to be sick.
You guys didn't believe. You guys thought we were just trying to do a bit, just trying to have a joke, but the script we wrote for today's show, mate, that's explosive.
Yeah, it really is. And I'll tell you who that is, mate. That's Bit. Nice. Oh, yes. Good pop off there as well. Energy's high. 9-4. You'd be so happy with this, Mac. This is great on Ancient for NAVI.
The best way to kick off the second half. HOTU, again, feeling the adversity of being down in the dumps. Down 5 rounds, looking to make that 6. And they've gone for some upgrades on a couple of the pistols here, right? But unfortunately, have they made the wrong read? Or are they big braining it? Are they staying silent on B to try and force them over towards A instead? Set up in A main, one boosted on the platform, and a 3-man trap setup on the donut approach. Hang on, Jackie. A NAVI walking into this? Or is it going to be a red to B? I think Alexi's seen one. Is that enough to throw NAVI off? Oh, it's the right call. And it's kind of a nothing burger in the end here, Jackie. Maybe exits, but we'll see.
Yeah, thankfully so. That's the outcome for them, man. The trail obviously goes cold. You're able to slip into B. 10-4 out of this. I mean, they could try bleed out, right? Obviously, a couple pistols to work with here. See if you can take guns out of the hands of NAVI. Oh, not ideal. Don't want to go down to these guns in particular and give up the additional cash over so freely. But it seems like it should be a pretty flawless round for NAVI then towards the tail end, unless there's a shenanigan from Mizu here up close. But timing's good from 1 to 4 in a rotate, and they deal with this one pretty cleanly, Mac.
Plenty to like it. Oh, no casualties. They'll escape the danger of that explosion. As, have we got a problem? Bit calling for a tech potentially. That being said, I saw no technical issues out of him over on that pistol round, but yeah. Looks like he will be trying to sort something out. Maybe his microphone wasn't working, we'll never know, but seems they can hear him now. Back to the freeze time and back to a 15th round where HOTU are starting to feel the pressure, but now is when they need to lift. And they need it with these M4s. But where will they find this success? What kind of gameplay are we going to get from them? Looks like there was a bit of confusion there. Kato taking a whole old minute to get out of spawn, but it will be the 2-3 setup. Not fully contending for that mid control, just dropping an early bit of utility and stacking the B site here, which could be the right decision. Aggression down ramp. If they get this pick onto Bit, he has been wonderful this game, and that's going to be a huge hit to the firepower. 18-7 now with that death. But a man advantage as HOTU re-aggress here at mid, catch the Mac 10 in transition. That's a 2-man advantage, but can they get past Imma, who is the highest rated player for NAVI this tournament so far? Not expecting Norbert to continue this pressure over towards the ramp side. And NAVI, how do they get out of this one?
That's a good question. Somehow they've been finding small miracles time and time again in these rounds, but I don't know if this will be one of them. Especially with this man catching whiff of where they are. Doesn't want to execute off the back of it though. They reset, reposture to throw the nades in towards B. The peak comes round and Imma falls instantly. So just wonderful, left with pressure mounting. Even off this peak, you'd have to bypass Norbert. Gets a bit of a read onto the angle. Mizu there back towards default as well. Good headshot. Gives him space to play off of. They don't want to peek unless they can do it together though, trying to bait him further in towards the site. All three players situated here. Wonderful would have to do something delightful. Tries to pre-fire, but Mizu holds it. So 10-5. There's another round added to the tally there.
Lovely hold out of the HOTU individuals. As it's Blade's chance to have a quick chat, taking another one of his famous timeouts, which usually, more often than not, result in a round off the back of it. So we'll see if this can tighten up a round and maybe point out a couple of the mistakes that NAVI have been able to focus on. We'll see if HOTU again is going to try to fight fire with fire, maybe stay aggressive. This time NAVI more presence towards the A site. And NAVI aren't too far away from being able to defend this. It's a quick one.
Straight in, Frontales trying to hold back the wave, but they've got so much space already. And Bit just puts the barrel in the face of Mizu, pulls the trigger. Ooh, more damage done. Frontales with a quick flick back. Flames all around, trapped inside a temple. And they've got site control. It spreads to the burn. Not looking good whatsoever here. Just a 2 versus 4. No sight lines to play off, Mac. It's brutal for them on the holds.
An incredibly contrasting round out of NAVI. Just the full pace change. A-rush, nothing special about it. Just Molly's in the right place. Smoke towards CT to cut off the rotation. And as soon as that donut member falls, it just makes things so much harder. Now, the long game essentially is just get a couple of exits, fight for your life, try to keep these 2 rifles alive, and warrant a buy into the next. It's so incredibly important. Mizu can buy his own, but Norbert and Kato, should be able to drop. Although Kato, just with 2,300, it's only going to be like an MP9 or something similar. 2 drop across. And this moment here, unfortunate Frontales. You see where that molly lands, and there's so much space on the side. You just don't expect it to spread so far. But those Molotovs, they just keep you guessing. And unfortunately for Frontales, that was certainly the difference maker. You lose the tempo control, you lose a chance to potentially fight back into the round. And resulting from that, maybe back into the game, 11-5. The scoreline getting further and further away from HOTU as NAVI show their caliber.
Rightio then. 11-5, and it's NAVI all the damn time it seems here on Ancient, just living it large. As HOTU can find consistent rounds towards the tail end of this one, it feels like it should be the first map bang to rights with a steal for NAVI. Norbert on the aggress though, deep down ramp. Imma and Alexi B, good foresight, turn the attention back round, handle it and isolate both of the pickups. Frontales is here. Maybe even just seeing if he can scavenge a weapon to try deal some damage on this. But subvert their expectations. The peak from either side, it's good on the timing. Results in quite a few messy picks, actually. We're down to a 1 versus 3. Mizu smoked off, but he's moving fast. Trying to get through the smoke to fight this. Alexi B, the bomb carrier, trapped in position. Hold on the cave. Oh, peek over towards the left-hand side, but still hits it. That's bottom dropped. 1v1 for the man.
I don't hate this proactivity from Mizu. Just giving the package and going all the way to B long, hoping he can catch a timing. And, oh, he slipped the wickets, or they're going short. I don't know if this is the play you want to be making. Dink on a bit now. Evens the odds. One bullet either way. Would certainly secure it. But look at this Mizu. He is living in Bit's head rent-free. But who hits the shot? It's Mizu. What a clutch.
That's massive. That's Mizu. That's who gets it done.
Bro, he was just one step ahead in that one. Oof. The biggest question I have is why did Alexi swing to the box and not try to make his way to ramp? That was a fatal mistake for at least that round. That's going to be a confidence inducer for the HOTU members.
Yeah, it's a big one, dude. It could get them back in here a little bit, you know, snap into reality somewhat. Was hoping we'd see an A take out of this just for selfish reasons, to watch Frontales with the XM10. It's a classic, bro. You post it up on the boost in case they come a knocking, but in reality, it seems like it will be a raw B play here once again. Yeah, right there with you, though, on the cross. Thought he was just going to sprint in towards site. Instead, took the fight, repped himself, but did not win it. And that's because Mizu's been hitting some crazy quick shots. A lot of time expired on the round here as well with no info towards Ace. They push on the extremities. As soon as you get a little bit further out here, they're going to have so much free info on what Navi's up to in this round.
An XM on a flank at mid. Definitely not the correct tool for that position. So it looks like Frontales will be left as a bit of a late trap if there is a rotate back. Just to try to increase that XM's effectiveness. Duke Fashura, eyes on this position, although that Tech 9 is going to be able to warrant itself a free upgrade. Now do we see the XM get to play? There's going to be a full-on rotation. Lots of noise over towards the mid-side, but he's got to worry about this coming in towards T, and that's the problem. That distance is just a little bit too much to deal with. And Bit, in the meanwhile, denying the aggression from Norbert. The rotate back towards B now, making things much more winnable for Navi. Just calling up a storm in the mid-round. And with minimal time remaining, Kato, won't be able to find the second man. That could have been the equalizer he needed. Mizu with an AK, which could save the day in the future, is going to look to do it in the 1v3. Already winning a couple of 1v2s. No smoke, but there is a kit. It gives him 5 extra seconds to play with here on the retake. And staying silent could be the way to do it. Bomb not going to be planted for that player on short, but long is what he has to worry about, especially with Wonderful hitting shots like that. 12 on the board. And HOTU's map pick of Ancient now looking problematic.
Yeah, rough one. Rough one in some of these rounds, dude. You know, you need a little bit more of a buffer, a bit more stock to play with. It's all well and good, Mizu winning clutches, but you can't rely on him to have to do it round in, round out, right? It would have been amazing if he could pull it off on that one, but it's just not sustainable, and that's been the issue for them. Even with them feeling very comfortable on this map in the past. Ooh. Doesn't take any confidence off them, though. They get really aggressive right on mid-side, trying to take the fight in. You can't play this like a rifle round. So they just want to get in your face with the 5-7s. Alexi B does hit one. Oh, maybe at lane, you could get a stab back, try steal away the AK, but he's got a bit of time to just duck in towards the doors. And A site's open. There's a welcome mat down as well. Oh, this could be a deadly last round of the game here, potentially.
Mizu missing the single bullet he needed to, but they only spot one member. Do they get back to Donut in time? Can they get some damage on these Ts before they fully reinforce that A site and get the bomb planted? Norbert locked in, trying to hit the dig, which he will onto Bit. And that hit could maybe change the round completely. The Pistols now just need to find the final member. They knew he was at B main earlier. The bomb is down in the open on A. But where do the CTs tuck in and play? It's Norbert here on the short side. Surely Alexi clears this. The offline, the peak game. Alexi wins it this time and makes a step towards mid, but Duke for sure gets the go and out in time. Oh my lord, saw him with the knife out. I got worried for a moment. But HOTU, it's one more round. Is that the difference maker?
Bloody hell, mate. Fine margins. Very, very fine margins. But trying to keep their heads above water for now. But the energy is certainly there as well. That jolt. Feel like maybe it's potentially still possible. 12-7, wonderful with the big green gun. Brings out the orb. Tech 9s and Eagles supporting that. He's looking for a fast pick and might just get it if there's a jump spot out. Yep, there's the face from Norbert. You've got pace to play with now as well. Instant rotations around. You try and close the distance, get right in their face. But Duke Fishura battles back against the IGL. Oh, bit with the Tech Dex 1. Imma as well assisting with the Deagle. And it's hectic out there, Mac. It's down to a 2v2.
Crazy scenes. But with the info on both these CTs playing from B, Makazi going to be taking his time to make it to A. He plays it wisely, but do they expect both the T's to be here? He's heard those footsteps coming on from CT, but Mizu just waiting patiently for Duke Fishura to get on the scene. Flash across the top now, Mizu. Hoping he can find Kazi locked in, but it's wonderful. Maybe locking in map 1. Duke Fishura not able to get past this setup. Wonderful. Too strong there with the AWP in hand. And 13-7 is going to be the scoreline of Ancient.
Beautiful. They get it home in the end. It's unfortunate for the HOTU boys. It felt like they were starting to get back onto a bit of a heater, but just not enough sustainable rounds, Mac. Obviously, an exciting game now. This is an eliminate matchup as well. Whatever that word I tried to say was.
Liminal.
Yeah, but one of these teams is going home. Here we are, though. Map 2, Train. It's live. Get your tickets. Get to first class. It's NAVI taking on HOTU, Mac.
Get right on in there. First class, huh? Ooh, we're living large. But we'll see if Duke Fishura is going to be able to rack up those dollars. There is 4 different T's on the menu, but he runs away from the entree. And is just playing for the information instead. Imma with a smoke, which is going to be sent across to camera later on. Nice and deep as well. Just to allow this split through Ivy, breaking up any chance at a crossfire, but there is CTs already positioned over towards the spawn side. Lovely from Frontales. Duke Fishura going to try to activate and fight together here as he takes another. And just like that, the Navi individuals trying to go for the round-the-world approach. Almost torn up. But remember what Bit did just before with a Glock, and he's looking to do it again here, Jackie.
Surely not. Does lightning strike twice, Bit? Armed with the Julies now. Wants to be decisive on the round. Bomb down as well. 50 seconds on the clock here in the 2v2. It would be a hell of a message. And potentially even an ace for the man if he can find all 5. But Duke Fishura wants to take precedent in the round. Peeks out. Gets the info. Baits their attention. Bit battles back. Spam with the Julies. There's his 4th. And it's all onto Norbert. Back round towards the Hell Train. By the ladder. Just shy of 30 seconds on the clock. They could go backtracks. They could wrap towards B. They don't have to fight for this. This is outrageous from Bit, mate.
10 seconds to get the package planted. And Norbert with a sneaky approach, using the smoke to his advantage. Can he sneak through? Certainly can. No eyes on his position. Just in time. Bit going to be tucked away. Gets that plant down in time. Norbert spotted with a nice line from Imma over towards CT. And just like that, the 2v4 looks buttery. Bit just spinning around and taking names again. It looked so good. What was that? That was a 2v5, I believe, before those trades started to come through. And Navi just returned those shots to sender. As we are returned to a technical issue again. Rough situation there for HOTU.
Bloody hell there, mate. He was looking for a buttery biscuit base on that one. Nearly the 5. Couldn't quite get the full ace, but hey. Fancy shooting, great plays. Tech Paul's coming back in, like you say, as well. They're derailing it a little bit. Quick checks with the players. Seem like some thumbs up from HOTU there from Norbert. Curious, but hopefully we'll get that resolved and get things back on the line.
I wonder if there was a comms issue that round. Seemed like something went a little wrong. Bit's bullets breaking the matrix even. We'll see if he can take this front spawn and do a bit more damage. Quick sandwich smoke out. And another one towards camera, but Bit is taking as much space as possible already over to Olaf. Just trying to find anyone boosted up towards the top of site, but these USPs going to be able to rain across the top, although the rifles just dishing out the damage. Flank already activated straight through Ivy. Wonderful goes, and nobody knows what this man can do with a MAC-10 and Glock in hand. Smoke fading. Info going the opposite way, and still this player at Newbox hadn't been seen, but Norbert trying to fight for his life is not going to do enough. 2 on the board as NAVI come in with a vengeance.
Here we are then. Clean battles back, some nice shots. Yeah, what can you do? Well, hopefully the buy can change their fate somewhat then. Reinvestments out there, Frontales sporting that AWP. Duke Fashura taking the front charge as well. Looking for a clash round towards main, posturing up towards E-Box. Great T-side utility though, burns them off the angle as the mollies take away so much space and make it uncomfortable. Duke Fashura does get the first pick, but Immer's read it like a book and walks around the edge of the smoke for the trade. So it's down to a 4 versus 4.
Giving his control towards Yard there as well, and in the meanwhile, the 2-man pressure straight through upper. Is going to be able to crack open the B site. Plenty of space for the bomb to make its way to site and get planted. And now the big question is, do HOTU even want to sniff here? Already looking to save. Realizing that Frontales needs the AWP. Needs to be put in a position to succeed in the future. So the first gun round going to get across the line here for NAVI. And this is a fantastic start to their T-side expedition. Definitely seen as the weaker side to play on train. But there are a few teams that can definitely force their way into the conversation. Yesterday we saw Aurora with a walloping T-side. Some of their openings, some of their executes, especially towards that B site, are just so hard for any team to deal with. And this time it was just the contact through the upper halls. And a beautiful opening. That moment there as well. Imma able to trade onto the Olaf member and then fade away, play the numbers. All these little points in the round just combining to lock in the third, but can they do it for a fourth? As HOTU are back on the guns, Frontales with the spawn for this upper peak. Let's see if he can maybe have a bit of impact. Wonderful. Oh, head seen, but not connected on.
Near miss then. Unfortunate opening pick. Potentially would have been a big start into the rounds. All heads up to bay for NAVI. Bit of space taken back, trying to suffocate them out main side, walk in, clear the close box, and get a read on this, at least a rough idea of where the T's are situated. And as they posture themselves outside of B, the utility comes over the top side to engage on this push. Slight read on it. Mizu forced off the angle as well as the flames will set his path ablaze. Flash over, peek in, trying to get up close towards Connector as Alexi B takes control of it. Mizu with low health, but it's Norbert and him to work together to at least reply back onto them and keep them honest here. It's a 3 versus 3, but Imma walks through the smoke, tucking himself into Connector. They've got no idea about the play. The lineup's good. Mizu left in a clutch, but with no real space to work off. And the attention baited towards the A site. It's all going wrong.
Chasing ghosts. And can't find Wonderful. Thinking he's gone aggressive in the meanwhile. As the vibes are at an all-time high in the NAVI camp. All played from Imma. Gets that pick off, drops the AWP, which has been a powerful tool for HOTU so far here at ESL Pro League. And then just runs it all the way to the opposing site. Oh, HOTU getting rings ran around them on their CT side of train. It feels bad. And Mao has called the tactical just to try to change the course of this game. Because the one that it's currently on is going to be sending HOTU home. Oh shit, we've been called out, Jackie. Someone asked, are we actually casting today? We have been called into the HR office, so...
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
We're just trying to, we put suits on, we're just trying to, take it a bit more seriously, just because the general consensus from the community, or at least the outspoken individuals, was caster, please cast the flipping game. So we're thinking about it,
Yeah, we got the email bright and early. We were dragged in, politely asked to come in. And we had a conversation with Big John HR. And he told us the facts. So that's what's happening. So anyway, we'll stick with it. I'm getting looks because the round's going on. We're not talking about it. There you go. Look, that's a kill. Makazi down and out. 2 versus 3. Don't derail us, Mac. Come on.
Oh yeah, well, put us back on the rails. Okay, smooth sailing. Although trains don't sail. But Norbert may be up for sale if he doesn't win this 1v3. It's a big ask. But this is where champions are made. Timing on that smoke to camera, just to buy some extra space. One at Hell blooming simultaneously. As Imma gets his way to Olaf, should be in the power position to lock on in here. Norbert can't react. It looks like the real estate will be going up as advertised. 5-0. A dominant performance already. And it won't get any easier from here for HOTU.
Okay then. 5-0. Technical pause coming into play here. So for the audio only listeners of you, basically, a little bit of sitting around. You've got Norbert, who kind of looks like he's deep in thought right now. He's sitting there pondering, hand warmers in hand. Similar vibes on the NAVI camp as well. Almost Atlas level pose there from Imma. Very defined. That was nice to see.
Did you manage to get onto Henry? Because I believe we called him in. Or at least someone suggested we should call him in.
Bring Henry
in the office?
In. Is he around? Is he up here?
I think I saw him walking around, but that could have been another,
Wait, what's... No, hang on. There's
individual.
What's this? There's like a note here. It says that he doesn't want to be associated with us, mate.
Oh.
He said that we're too low elo. God.
Well, we're trying to fix that. That being said, let's take some pointers, all right? Get up in the grills, run at a main. Duke for sure going to be able to do it for 2 as Alexi V sends it right on back. Him and Beer trying to lock down the A site, and that's happened in a matter of moments. Norbert has instantly pushed Ivy, and everyone else is dead. He said, guys, I said just wait, just live. Just hold on to that feeling. Oh, and you can keep on believing. I'm on the ground. But Bit is here, and he has made it clear that he does not want to go out of ESL Pro League here in Stage 2. So early on, at least, there's the info. Norbert going right on back, but it's a slow peek into the line that Bit was holding. And he does it for another.
Crikey. Some big plays. It's all happening, mate. 6-0 though, flawless right now from Navi. In and out, answering every fight, just no real battle back from HOTU.
Yeah.
So something's got to change. The wheels are coming off, the camel's back's breaking, all the analogies. It's all happening. Duke for sure, though. Trying to walk up close, stand behind the flames, and see if he can make a maneuver on this as they come running towards B. Bit's been so picture perfect with the adjustments, though. His crosshair's been honed over the course of this game. Sees a little bit of the elbow. Back in for 2. Oh, Bit turning it, ringing the bell as he does damage on entry, walks out, finds a third as well. And even ready for more, hungry for extra kills in the round. There's not really anyone left back.
You all thought you were here to watch ESL Pro League Season 22, but you are just here actually joining the Bit Show, showing everyone how it's done here on Train. Beautiful clearance, beautiful entry fragging, and single-handedly dragging Navi through so many of these rounds already, not just this map, but over on Ancient as well, 7-0. And pop control is just so important. If you can get it as the CTs, it's great. But just the timing of that fight, no crunch from the ramp side. And the heads-up nature of Navi just reading everything as Mizu's feeling the pressure. I guess all it really comes down to is sometimes things just don't go your way, and you really have to have a fallback plan. Again, util set over towards Pop early on here for Navi, just to deny the aggression from HOTU, who just seem unable to find any map control, any halls control, any positioning at any given point. Smoke going to be broken, as Norbert only has the MP9 to hold, and won't. Makazi going to be taking him out. Now it's the backside, the full rotation through CT that is looking to get reinforced by the pistols. Walk through the smoke purely off of timing. Looks like Frontalis is just trying to search through the darkness for any kind of answers, any kind of hope. But he's just found the scope of Wonderful instead. Everything just going so thorough, so clear, so well so far for Navi. And it's an easy looking 8th again, only one casualty. Jackie, it's hard to watch.
It is. In one aspect, it's like car crash TV. You don't want to look away. And the other side of things, it just feels like it's all gone wrong for HOTU, mate. You know, that steam, that momentum, they're still showing us signs of life individually in some of these rounds, but it's never enough to swing it, never enough to convert it into the real commodity you need, which they just don't have right now. You know, 0 to 8 here on the second map, and pressure getting to them. There's money to buy back into it. AWP for Frontales. Best case scenario, it's an 8-4 half, and that really is best case if somehow it's flawless from this point onwards.
That could be a good way to get back into the round, but just as a fallback plan, you know, just in case this career doesn't work out for them, maybe chat. If you guys have any idea, or if you want to help out HOTU by writing a couple of cover letters, dhlmailbag@efg.gg, and we'll send it to HR, see if we can find a new home for some of these HOTU members, because right here on Train, it's a good place to book a ticket to get home, you know, get out of Dodge. Maybe shift your focus elsewhere in life, because HOTU, at the moment, unfortunately, the focus is not finding any single rounds here on Train.
Yeah, not the same team that we've been seeing. And seeing is believing right now for this squad. Slow walk back round towards B site. Set up here. Duke for sure are back at the bomb site looking for the read on it. Peppers bullets towards them but can't quite convert. It falls to this man to answer the task. Second try. Not good enough. Bit continues to be the butcher for Navi, and once again chops them up on the entry play towards the B bomb site. Makazi makes moves as well. And with Mizu down and out, it's only Norbert walking over the cadavers of the rest of the team, and no real chance to take stock on this round. This will be 9 in the bag for Navi. Do they even drop one at this point?
Well, if it is the case that we see pure Navi perfection, the stonks will be rising indeed.
Terrorists win.
And boom goes the dynamite on the round. But also, Jackie, we do have a submission. Solution. Gary Lee says he's not here to complain. I'm here with solution, so everyone will be happy with the broadcast. 1.
Okay.
Whenever you're not talking
Yep.
about the game, could you please whisper your conversation? Those that want to hear it can turn their volume up, and those that don't can keep their volume low and will only hear the loud AK sounds. Okay. Or you can run all of the commentary through the left speaker and all of the game sounds through the right speaker. I don't know if that's going to work here, but maybe we could sort that out. We did.
We hypothesized this, right? Yeah.
The left ear and me in the right ear. But if we both go in one ear and game sounds in the opposite ear, then maybe you're onto something. I think Gary's onto something here. Although, that being said, Jackie, HOTU could be on for a round.
They very well might be. And remember, if it's off topic, you have to whisper it. So just keep that in mind. Bit though, he wants to be loud about it. And he's been screaming all over the server. Can't help but hear him round after round as the AK's rattled off 18 different kills in the space of 10 here on the second map of Train. And for Kato, is there really much that can be done whatsoever? You've got the scope honed in position from Wonderful, so if you're not quick with it, you could be banged to rights. Bullet whizzes by, but it doesn't kill. Oh, he sees the chance, but the 1v2, it's too much. With both of those angles covering him, and it will be ripped away.
Utter domination out of Navi. A potential for a flawless half. 11-0 on the horizon. One more to potentially find. And HOTU, no matter what they try to change, Navi seem to always be ready and just shooting that little bit harder. 19-2 is a phenomenal performance. And the half ain't done yet. Ima as well, ready for anything. The rifling core, just so much better than their opponents today. As HOTU looking like a shell of their former selves. But Navi deserving the beans. But Kado though, okay. Maybe putting a bit of cash in Wonderful's back pocket to hit shots like that. Taking Alexi out. 2v3. And Mizu tucked in the corner. How long does he wait for this to happen? Because Frontalis is not having the greatest game. Look at this timing. Makazi will flick back, but it's Mizu to take it. And now on the 2v2, look at this. The timing into pop is perfect. Frontalis has a look, but it could be a fast flank, and the timing on this smoke is good. Mizu holding, flicked away, but gets it back just in time. The reaction, it's there. And it's looking fine. 13-0 is just a myth. We ain't having that stuff today. You need to whisper it when we're off topic.
No, that was like air horns. It's like, you know, so the successful, we're still in it. We're still here.
Of course.
You know? What did you think that was? Sorry, I lost that again. What did you think that was, Mac? Did that come through? Can you even hear me?
I don't really know what I thought it was.
I don't think we're built to whisper. It doesn't really work.
Yeah, it's really weird whispering in my own ears. I don't think it's the same. Oh, game though. A chance for another round here as Duke Fashura looks to push the point, and the crunch starts to be a bit more effective. Kato trying to find Wonderful, who is hanging around here at the broken wall. In the meanwhile, though, it's another 1-for-1. Norbert hitting back with an AWP in hand. As Wonderful still searching to clear out the halls. Him and Makazi still very much in this round. But HOTU, if they find two, would completely change the narrative of this game. A pistol on the T side Could inflict a lot of damage, although UMP at this range, he's solo, he's untradeable. Molly to deny rotation. Norbert, almost disrespecting it, costing him half his life. And Duke for sure, a bullet from the grave. It's not looking too good, but the AWP isn't going to be able to flick in time.
What? Hello? Backstab? McCarthy? No, surely not. 1v1. Duke for sure are trying to get it done. 7 HP to his name. He's already had 3 kills in the round. Walks up, but no! Bullet to the brain. It's a snapshot. And that's how they take it. It's not flawless, but it was pretty damn close.
It was an absolute walloping there in the first half. NAVI showing the noobs how it's done, looking to send them packing real early on as we keep it on topic today. Oh, that could be a little bit of insight, but let's give this final pistol round the beans, because if HOTU win this, it is their only ticket back into the game, and it's a ticket to the A site that they're looking for. 1 for 1, but Imma says, nah, this job could be done. Duke Futura looking to tap Alexi B over towards the back of Bomb. As Wonderful is here, chipped down, there's the man advantage. But now, Bit is still alive, and he is the hero that everybody needs, and he's going to have to do it again in the 1v3.
He's been good for these rounds, and they give him a look in. Oh, nearly the second snapshot as well, Bit. Are you going to be able to find 3 of these clutches inside of this series? Damage done, reload in. Repositions round towards the side of the truck, looking for the jump up on Bomb Train, but Duke Futura diffuses the situation. And thankfully that time, Bit couldn't repeat history.
11's all they get, is what I'm hearing from, you know, the Eastern Russians and the Kazakhstani fans in the chat. as HOTU backs against the wall. The underest of dogs looking to have a flawless T-side on train. It's a difficult decision. It's a difficult thing to try to muster a comeback from here. They're putting a lot of pressure over towards B. Emma looking to crunch here over from the pop side, but there is numbers. They are fighting, and the ramp push doesn't come through in time. Not effectively anyway. Big picks there for the T's. And the force buy from NAVI not having the efficacy that they were hoping for.
Well done, not ideal. Answered at every corner here so far for NAVI. Oh yeah, frustration there, wonderful. Slicing the oxygen up. Cutting up the ozone layer. It's bad for the environment, but hey, it's a great round for HOTU. Just a very long journey ahead of them. Fitting we're on train, Mac, because it is going to be about an 18-hour train journey. They've got to grind this game back, round in, round out, with no room for error, as there isn't even obviously a safety net of a second map, right? This is it. We're here on train, with NAVI taking the first cleanly back on Ancient. So the series will be over, and that's you facing elimination. So if we're going to start that conversation, it's got to be ground out quite a few rounds back-to-back here, really.
HOTU are to come back into this game, it could be in contention for comeback of the year, which I believe we already saw one great contender this tournament. Off the top of the dome, I cannot remember who it was though. Chat, you got me on this for sure. Who had the real comeback? I believe it was stage 1 towards the end. Might have been 3D Max. But alas, all comeback stories may not be as equal as some others. USPs here. Teaming up with that scout damage can cause some mayhem. And there's already that AK in the hands of Emma. Alexi, though, searching a little bit too far. Norbert, Molly will respect it. As NAVI, they're going to play this in a pack, allowing Wonderful to be the searcher, maybe over towards Connector. But the bomb taking space on B. Fast flank from many individuals. Norbert has the molly out and will place it appropriately. But there's way too many CTs, and now he just wants to buy the time. Trying to go for the pre-fire. You can see that he can feel that pressure. And an MP9 now retrieved. But what do you do with the AK and the scout? It's a save for sure, right? HOTU will allow a moment, but that shadow scene from Wonderful shifting on in is going to be denied from Frontalas, and it's an AK onto the first gun round for NAVI as HOTU find 4.
Okay. There you go then, at least another one in the bag for now.
Oh, bag. Mailbag.
Bag, yeah.
We have a non-believer in the mailbag. NAVI and HOTU Insight says, oh, Shady. It's remember Slim from
hello,
yesterday?
Slim Shady.
Slim's back
again. Well, what's he saying?
Bloody regular, this guy. Just stay in the mailbag for the rest of the series. The game is over. How do you feel about Power Wash Sim? Oh, how do you feel about Power Wash Simulator? That's more interesting than this series. Well, 1, I don't know about that. 2, I do have a good story about Power Wash Simulator, but I'll save it for an eco because NAVI need to fend off the rush here, Jackie. And Bit, he's only gone down with 1. No fun going to be found by Emma. And with the guns, do you just save already?
Oh, I think so, mate. That was Power Wash Simulator there. From came in with the presser jets, 30,000 PSI straight to the brain. Blap, blap. Everyone's down. All right, squeaky clean round then.
Squeaky
just like that.
I think I do have time for the story then. So, housemate, back in Australia, won't name names, but you can figure it out if you've followed me at all. I've had issues with him. You know, we've said, "Hey, mate, can you help clean in the house? Can you mow the lawn or do anything?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it. But never does it." And anyway, moral of the story is, been asking him to, I think, clean the bathroom for like months at this point, many months. One time, I'd tune into his stream, and he's playing fucking Power Wash Simulator instead of just cleaning the house. I'm like, are you joking me? This is like a pain point in the house as well.
Yeah.
That he's just not contributing. Yet he just spends hours playing this game. Anyway, that's my Power Wash Simulator story. And we get back to regular viewing.
Yeah, it's good. I see what you're coming across with there, He's avoiding cleaning so much that he's playing video games without cleaning. It's pretty on point. As you can clean up on this one, though, if Navi can return to form or if the dirty dishes will be left out on the side for a little bit longer here. Get things panicky like a game of Overcooked.
We'll see if anyone's going to be turned into the dish pig here. Oh, Alexi forced back. Can't see a damn thing. Flash on point, as is the aim from a few of these individuals. Wonderful in particular, though, looking to find that 12th. Putting him on the skewer. As Frontales does a similar thing. Push out of pop, though. Gives them a bit of dominance, gives them a moment, but Wonderful still on, swinging on around. And from Olaf, HOTU going to be able to take control right back, but they're looking for Imma, 17-7. Bomb left on the backside, but Frontales locks it in. Ready for that pressure. And HOTU currently thriving under it.
Yeah, dude. He is turning them into diamonds rather than the opportunity of, just shattering underneath it, which is where I thought this was going. This has been great resilience back. And, we were saying, obviously, it's quite a long journey before we start to believe. We're going to talk about that narrative. Now you're only a couple rounds away from maybe this is a possibility. You're closing the distance very quickly here, picking up some good individual rounds, getting the confidence back a little bit. It would be a hell of a statement to do it as well, Mac, if this is the map that they turn their fate around on and like flip it up on its head here. I wouldn't have seen this one coming, but we'll stick with the narrative as it develops. It's a timeout. Blade on a mic again for the Navi Nation, giving a chat to them. 11 rounds locked in, so not far, but keeping them honest. That's HOTU. Nice little shadow here.
Shadow's definitely not honest. Have you seen what people can do with those puppets, mate? Crazy things.
Yeah. There's a lot you can do.
You said that with a smile, and I'm worried there's something sinister on your mind.
No, mate. All perfectly friendly here at the HR approved version of the Swedish Safari. EPL Season 22. Plays mate, opening frag found. Frontales down though. Mizu's probably next to me, his maker. And this is bad, Mac.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Alexi B and Norbert. I think Alexi's aware that he was walking into someone. You can see that he's doubled back. Moving, shifting, and ready, but with shots like that, Norbert and try to get back in this conversation, making a good argument that this A site could be theirs for the taking. Makazi going to be caught on the back of site by Kato. And the man advantage that Navi had goes fleeting. And the moment now, it's looking more like HOTU's bowling from Norbert. Everyone alive for HOTU just putting their hand up, knowing that they have to do what they need to do to make this one happen. Duke for sure. What are you fucking doing? Pushing like that in the 1v3, giving him a hope and giving Navi a chance in a round that should never be theirs.
No, weird. He walks out in towards A2 and gets found through the smoke. Imma, you'd hope it ends there, but maybe they're giving him chances. They keep letting him have 1v1s. Why?
Oh. If only he knew how low Kato was.
Dude, that's so brutal. We could have just pushed sight and won.
Oh my lordy.
God, that's
Duke
lucky.
for sure. I guess you argue that he said, all right, Guys, I'm going to make an info play. Oh, I got the information. Oh, wait, Kato, you're on 1 health. Oh, that's all right, guys. Norbert, you got this right. No. Oh, the clock's got it. Beautiful. It's 5 p.m. Everyone's happy for the moment, although job's not done. And into the 19th, Jackie. HOTU. They are making it happen. Round by round. But one wrong foothold, one wrong move, and everything can come crashing down for them. Oh, do they go for it? That would have been almost the perfect time to do it, but they'll never know. And they'll stay silent.
Yeah, try and keep this one quiet for now and see where push comes to shove from. Duke Vishora set up for the main run out. They flash in. Overwhelm on the angle. It's good damage, but Ibis survives. 19 HP to his name, Alexi B. Tucked up inside the smoke, waiting to make maneuvers. Meanwhile, watching backtracks, it's going to be wonderful with Bit focusing up towards Mizu's angle, but the pressure crumbles there. And they've got a lot to play with now. Split attention on the B bomb site. They've got entries from either side and are holding off these angles for the retake setup from Navi. CT cleared from Norbert. Everyone that was postured close towards connector exiting the scene now rapidly with whatever they can scavenge. And an 8th round for HOTU.
One step at a time. 1 foot in front of the other. And the problem being this time, if both these AKs get carried across, there has been a few moments as well with some other saved weapons, which has allowed him on with, what, like 3,600 in the bank. He's already got armor here. There's going to be some moments where HOTU, if they miscalculate the economy,
Terrorists win.
could make things a little awkward. Norbert gets that? Maybe. I guess we'll never know. Jackie, you can be on watch here. Is there 2 AKs for the CTs in the next, or just 1?
Ooh.
Or even 3?
Who knows, mate? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, we got the info. Makazi did come through there in the replay. But was there time to retrieve another AK? Is there 3? No, just 2.
Not quite the full set.
3 would have been really nice. But it's Blade's time to shine. Taking a tactical, which was effective in that first half, but here in the second, he's feeling the need to have a chat to the boys. Just try to figure out where to put these AKs, where to play from, and how to potentially have their best chance at locking in a 12th. That 1 round is so incredibly important just to deny a loss here in regulation. There it is, the speed, the difference, change in pace, Jackie. There's going to be Duke Vishura to fall, but Norbert here to play the trade game, and up onto the red they go. Ima looking across the top here. The molly towards Newbox may force Alexi out into the open. Good crack on the smoke, finds Ima. And they could be right back into this out of nowhere.
Down to the 3 versus 4, back of the bomb train, Bit in position. He has been a force to be reckoned with, but unfortunately here, he might not even get a look in as they're wrapping back towards the B site with the flank that is absolutely on point. You can isolate both the rotations from backtracks in CT and close connector. Norbert even running interference out on the peak towards the site, and he could single-handedly win the round, take home an ace if he gets this one. Norbert back to basics, living it large on train.
Huge ace at an incredible moment. After losing that pick on a Duke Vishura, it was all to set up Norbert for success. Just finding every single individual from NAVI dancing around and making it look easy. You can feel the pressure in these shots, these slight whiffs that we're seeing from the Navi individuals completely uncharacteristic compared to the vibes that they had in the first half. You know, Bit was what, like 20-3 or 20-4 or something at halftime, and Imit as well was so far out in the lead. But the shakiness, this arguable choke that we are witnessing could be one to remember for a very long time.
If this is realistically how it all goes wrong, right? It gets derailed here on train, and HOTU mount a unfathomably lengthy comeback. You would be gobsmacked. You would be fuming. And for Navi, it comes down to these fine rounds. These are the small intricacies that you need to be winning on, and Ima eats a world of damage. Set up aggressively with Bit though, Mac. They're looking to go aggro on the rounds and fight back. It's Mizu on entry. Got support of Frontales top side. Good first kill. Unless this peak is so clean from Ima, he's so low, it could be an easy trade and give them 2 picks to start this one off.
Sunken cost fallacy. Do they continue going? Look at this. HOTU are so ready for the reaggress. They're thinking, why the hell would Bit push lower if there's not more CTs here? Looking to hold on to that crossfire. Alexi and Makaze activating just when they need to, but that is one of the 2 remaining CTs positions known. Molly goes down to buy some space, but the package is down and Frontales has left it on the ground. He's missed it in his movement, but it's all down to the timing as Norbert is looking to thread that needle. He gets it. He pushes. He wants more, but has he knocked at the door of defeat with that push? Frontales hoping that he can get his mitts on the C4. There's the incendiary. The read forces that push forward, but there's 3 in the magazine, and that smoke's going to fade shortly. Going for the secondary. He is just rolling the dice on this one, and it's not looking very nice. There's that first round for the half for Navi. HOTU overplay it.
Mate, it was gone. Mental, broken, running out of situations, ways to make plays, the panic on his face, bomb out of reach. They split up, leaves it in the 1v2. And it just all goes wrong. Fight with a Tech 9 through their smoke. They've got set up on it. It's an easy kill. And that is the manner in which they lose series point to Navi. Crazy. After a fantastic comeback. And now there really is no second chances. One mistake, the game's done, the series is done, it is over, and you are being eliminated from EPL season 22. So it's got to be straight back to the success that we've seen for HOTU. Duke Fashura with a timing out through main. He's allowed to walk into the bomb site, take whatever he wants, jump up on the info play though. Alexi B, somehow, with the gift of that peak, he gets vision on it, calls to his teammates, they're trying to react on the face. Duke Fashura swarmed on Mac.
Alexi going to make it happen. Over from the new box, over towards the top of yellow, but in the middle of the action, Kato going to make his play back into Pop on the flank. Duke Fashura doing so much work to draw a lot of attention away, but look at this Frontales here, slipped the wickets, but where's he going to opt to go? Out to sight, and he'll find Alexi right up for the taking. But now his position known, and Imma will be dealt with. Uh-oh. Little whiff, little moments. But the bomb down with 40 seconds, back towards spawn. Kato falling. Wonderful's position known. But where could Bit be? And where is the bomb going to go? 30 seconds, and Mizu is going right around the world, re-aggressing at Ivy. This leaves minimal time to decide where to take the bomb. And the A site may be the only option. Squeezing every second as the CTs decide to group up instead. Back and doubling up over towards con side. Molly going down, but that's an opening, and Bit will be forced back. There's time to plant, and Mizu has to stick it. But that Molly as well won't quite force him out to fight when he falls. That is going to be game, set, and match. Navi, flawless, still here on train. It got scary, it got spooky, and it is spooky season down at the studios, but Navi get it done in 2-0 fashion. HOTU don't give themselves enough room to breathe in the second half.